How's it going, YouTube? Retro Bar Brothers here.
So in this video we're going to be covering the benefits of using the Olympic rings in your workout.
Hopefully you can take something away from this video and you find it useful, integrate it into your routine, and yeah, enjoy. If you haven't got a set of rings, by all means do look into getting some. There are numerous benefits of using the gymnastic rings, which we've both discovered over the past year and a half of our training journey. Some of which include the muscle groups that it involves. For example, if you can do straight bar dips, doing the dips on the rings is a completely different ball game altogether.
Completely different.
You're utilising stabiliser muscles, you're engaging your core, and pretty much the whole body is engaged. We'll leave a link in the description for a set of rings. There's loads online you can find if you just put gymnastic rings in.
Yes.
There are different sizes available as well. The millimeters I'll put down on the screen right now as we speak. So for your hand size, your ergonomics basically of how your proportion is, you might find that it's better for a thicker ring.
There are plastic ones available. What other types? Is there any other?
I think there's metal as well.
There is a metal
buy
one.
Metal ones as
the
well.
ones that we use are we will always be covering in the tutorial are wooden ones.
So yeah,
So here we go. So
as you can
your
see,
ring.
That's the ring there. We've got the thickest size here. I find it a lot more comfortable to obtain the false grip. That's something else we'll also cover in future videos to come.
Yeah, definitely.
And obviously with that, you get your straps.
So the best thing about having rings is that your gym can be literally taken anywhere. For example, you go on holiday somewhere to a nice hot country, you have this set with you, you pack it with you, you take it, you might find like a tree branch just out there, the perfect, will be able to obviously support your weight. You're not going to choose some little twig.
That's true.
And you'll be able to just hang up the rings and you'll be able to just do it in a, in a nice scenery and just work out. And it doesn't have to be, there could be in an urban setting. You might find some scaffolding or something somewhere, and as long as it's safe, obviously, do your risk assessments and all that, you'll be able to just hang them out and away you go. You can just exercise and you don't need any other, weights or anything, especially if you're starting out. You don't need to add anything to it. You're just using your rings and your body.
In addition to that, it's a great way to build upper body strength and to put on size. Gymnasts, as you can see, their bodies are well developed. If you are able to use the gymnastic rings, the strength is transferable over to the weight side. However, the weight training is not transferable over to the rings. So if you come from a weightlifting background and you're used to barbells and dumbbell training, you'll probably find it a lot more difficult to, with good form, perform particular exercises, which we've found. So yeah, again, stabilizer muscles and core. So for those of you who are doing all these crunches and stuff like that, it just goes to show you that you can have a visually, aesthetically looking body. When I say that, you can have a nice 6-pack, 8-pack, but it doesn't mean you've got a strong core. So don't get it confused. I know you see a lot of people online and they look like, Mr. Olympia, they look amazing. They've got all the aesthetics, they're ripped to shreds, 4% body fat, whatever it is. It looks good, but if you used to ask probably some of them guys to probably do an L-sit or perform, a support position on the rings, they'd probably struggle because they haven't trained their body in the way it's meant to function. A crunch does not translate into day-to-day activities. The core is designed to stable your midsection, everything. It's there to support your entire tree trunk. It's a tree trunk. Yeah? You can't build a house on sand and expect it to stand up. We highly recommend buying a set of these and using them in your routine. It doesn't mean you have to use these every single part of your routine.
Trust me, you'll see if you continue with it, you'll see the benefits. There's so much different movements that you can learn with it. I mean, even just obtaining like a muscle up, ring muscle up, that easily 100% transfers over to when you do a straight bar muscle up. It helps elevate you to another level with that. Even before you even get into this level of using the rings, It's not a case that you can just jump up on the rings and you just do these moves straight away. You do have to have some kind of fundamental foundation to your exercises. You need to get used to it. Like with anything, it will come in time, but it always helps if you just have that little bit of a foundation before you jump onto these. So even if you've never done it, you're a newbie to it, even just starting off with push-ups on the ground, get that in, progress on that. Trust me, it will transfer to when you start doing stuff on the bar to stuff on the ring.
Try them and see how you get on, and leave in the comments what you think of them. If you can, also invest in some liquid chalk. This is going to be really beneficial to you in obtaining the false grip and just generally holding the rings, because sometimes, you know, they're wooden, so you've got a reasonable amount of grip on there.
Yeah.
But if you want that maximum grip, so your wrist isn't going to drop from the bar, or well, from the rings, this is going to work wonders. We'll put a link in the description for this as well.
Highly recommended to use chalk,
liquid, or you can get the original,
which is a powdered version.
This is Ben. I like this better.
Highly recommended to get chalk. So there you have it, guys. That was our video on the reasons to include Olympic rings in your training.
Please stay tuned for future videos to come. We'll be covering a variety of tutorial videos, which will include dips, muscle ups, pull ups, etc. And last of all, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget to like,
comment,
subscribe, and see what it's trying to say.